Bodega, 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 alpha and omega. Siamese sailors sell celery sandwiches. Sawing-a-bada, serving platter.
Hey, Jamie?
Yes?
Did you want to try reading that line on the script there?
Oh, yeah, let's see. You could save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive, that one?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm just not warmed up yet. Shouldn't be long. Detector test.
Bundle your home and auto with Progressive today.
The marmot mangled my mushu pork pancake.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
You might not think that a few simple words could make you crave McDonald's breakfast sandwiches. But if you listen closely to the sound of me saying McGriddles, McMuffin, you might be wrong. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Christopher Media, the Weedsman Podcast.
All right, man. It's time.
It's time. Are we ready for the list?
The list.
So
we all made this list earlier. We sat around. Maybe got a little too high.
Well, you know,
this list.
we did get too high because we only made half the list.
The Weedsman Podcast. Every Friday on iTunes and ChristopherMedia.net. Christopher Media. Let's make some noise.
I need to get it in there. So.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, all right.
Let's do it.
Christopher Media. Let's make some noise. From Asthmacore Studios near Detroit, Michigan, it's Unregimented.
Gangsters, what's up, guys?
Welcome to Unregimented number 94.
94, bitches.
Freshman year.
Woohoo! I graduated. Fucking damn.
I love you guys. You always make me feel like the baby. It's awesome. Wherever I go lately, I'm usually the oldest dude.
That'd be the first year I tried drugs.
Wow.
I can't say all
94.
that.
I really don't remember 94.
That's how good of a time. If you remember 94, you really weren't there.
Let's see. I was at ITT Tech.
Oh God.
I was drinking and driving a lot. A lot.
Back when you might get away with it.
And I was 19.
Yeah, buddy.
So I was fucking drinking and driving at 19.
Oh man, I was
actually, Aaron. I think that was also the first year I tried drugs.
Yeah,
now, think about it.
I was working two jobs. I was working for my parents and working for another art supply store, and working like 60 hours and making more money than I ever seen in my life. And yeah, 94 was a good year.
1988 is the first year I tried drugs.
Yeah.
If the year did not require an AK, it was good.
Yeah.
I'm Chris.
Oh, I'm Aaron.
I'm Jay.
And I'm Rich.
So
I always have to suppress the urge to go bitch after you say
yeah, I know.
Should have a drop.
This week, okay, so I quit my last job, right? And it took me 2 weeks to get my last check. And, I'm no lie, I'm living check to check still. And that was a little bit rough. So I've been doing pretty much nothing but watching TV and just...
Oh, you said it right.
Sorry.
And just being
TV.
sad about not having any money. And...
Whoa. What happened with the new job?
Oh, no. The new job just hasn't,
It costs money to change jobs.
Right. Yeah, there's a transition period. The new job's going to be great, but this is my second weekend.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. So, I've been binge watching Arrow. I started watching Flash, which kind of spawns off of that show in some way. I have to say, Flash, way better show than Arrow, as it turns out.
How many episodes into Flash does it get good? Because I really did not enjoy the first episode.
Captain Cold. The first episode, I watched the first episode when it came out and was like, meh.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
I think the second episode is like, I see where they're going with this. I think it's the third episode when Captain Cold, which is the stupidest of all villains, but is great on the show.
I fucked up. I'm talking about Daredevil. Sorry.
Oh.
Daredevil series. Yeah.
No.
Totally different thing.
Yeah.
Stay on Flash because I'm with you on Daredevil,
go
Jay.
Yeah.
Flash, though.
So anyway, another CW show, iZombie.
That's a great fucking show, man.
That is a great fucking show,
It's a great fucking show.
Okay, but
chick is so hot.
Did you watch the last episode?
I did not. No, I did not.
Okay, damn. I won't
blow it away. Go for it.
I'm not going to give anything away, but because I wanted to ask you how hot she looked in fatigues, but you'll see.
Oh, right on. I can't wait. Man.
No, have you guys? I've been watching a show online. It's called My Daughter's Fucking Blackzilla. I think it's on episode 40. Have you guys seen this?
I got the bootleg of 41, 2, 3, and 4.
No.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna have to hook up with you after the show. Download them to me. Send them to me.
So, anyways, iZombie.
Go ahead.
The thing is, like a show like iZombie, it has still the same flaws that every show has.
On the
I
CW,
say, I say it's a great show. It's about as good as television gets, and it fails where almost all of television does. TV fails it fails in some major issues, but it tends to mostly circle around law and science, is what I boiled it down to.
Yeah.
And there was one scene. There's every episode starts off with a murder that has to be solved.
Yeah.
And
it's a cookie cutter show.
Yeah.
There's a backstory of it.
Absolutely. So a man's shot. A detective is looking at him, and he says they found no gun residue on him. So that means the shooter shot from a distance and looks over his shoulder, like up into a tree, or he just didn't put the muzzle right against him, like you shot him from a distance of I don't know, a foot. You probably wouldn't get any gunpowder on him. I mean,
you would. Yeah.
But we got you. We got what you're saying.
Okay, maybe 5 feet,
but
10
up in
feet.
a tree.
Where you?
He could be on the ground 50 feet away with an AK or something,
And this is okay, it's a minor thing, but then it takes me out of the show for 5 minutes where I'm thinking that's ridiculous.
But they can't put that 5 minutes into the show. That's the problem. That's why they do that, just make it as quick as possible to fucking establish point of.
Well, I don't know. It's not so much about how much time they have to put into 1 hour of programming or 42 minutes of programming. I think it's more about how much time they have for the actual production schedule. Yeah. Because somebody, whoever wrote that line about the gunpowder knew what they were talking about, right? But kind of. The actor didn't and took it as he must have been way over the fuck there.
Yeah.
But
he was directed to do
Look,
that,
it's
probably.
You buy a hooker for an hour. You don't go with foreplay. You got to get right to the fucking.
That's the 15 minute. That's 15 minutes.
But right, there was no discussion of probably the writers weren't even on set.
For $40, you get them for an hour. I mean, I've heard. I don't know. Sorry, go ahead.
But anyway, it usually it revolves around science, the things that bother me the most. And I'm not talking about weird particle physics shit or anything like that. Just a basic understanding of physics, how gravity works, and
Yeah.
But it's superhero show, man.
No,
do you understand how much a guy would have to eat to maintain the
Flash
in calories and carbs just to maintain the Flash?
That is what's great
seconds?
About the show. That's covered in episode 2. He starts passing out. He's running and passes the fuck out, and they're like, "You're burning through your glucose." There's actually a lot of science that outside of the part of the main theme is this explosion at a what do they call it? The thing where they spin the particles around and make them collide into each other.
Oh, the Hadron Collider?
Yeah, particle collider.
Yeah.
Right. It's a particle collider that blows up and spreads dark matter throughout the city and causes all these metahumans to come about. And that's partially how Flash gets
That's pretty rad.
Right. But there is a lot of science to it. They do explore, how his body would be different and how he heals differently. And I don't know. Anyway.
By the way, real quick, for anyone who hasn't seen this show, this is a very late spoiler alert. Because we just killed, first couple episodes for him?
No. I didn't give anything away. I mean, this is just anything that I've talked about is just kind of part of the basic setup of the show.
Got you. Okay.
Actually, if you watched Arrow, you would have seen it happen. I think it actually happens at the end of season 2 before they go into season 3 when Flash gets his powers. He appears first in Arrow, and then they show the scene where he gets zapped by lightning. And they talk about him being in a coma.
Okay.
And that's before episode 1 of The Flash. Flash starts with him coming out of the coma.
Well, I think I don't know if this was on one of the podcasts or it was just banter between. But I think you and I talked about it. That the Barry Allen Flash, the guy who played Barry Allen in the late 80s, early 90s Flash TV show that lasted a season, is actually in the new Flash.
Well, this
was
Flash
that
is
you and
called...
I, or was that someone else?
No. Yeah, I don't remember if it was on air or not, but this Flash is Barry Allen, and his dad, the guy who played the old Barry Allen, is in this as I guess as Barry. I don't know. They never refer to him as like a junior or anything. They just don't say his name.
Okay, all right.
It's kind of weird, but yeah,
I was in Crisis on Infinite Earths. They killed. I mean, there was like 2 or 3 Flashes, and they killed all but one. Brought in a new one, and blah blah blah. So
right,
I didn't know if they were going with that.
You guys are fucking nerds.
I don't even know. I didn't know enough about the original Flash story, or I haven't even seen, I don't think, in decades, any of the original Flash series to know even what name he was using. Because like I was thinking, well, maybe he was like the Jay Garrick Flash, and this is, but then wouldn't he have the same last name because that's his kid?
Yeah, or he could.
So I don't know.
Just because he goes by Barry Allen and his kid does too doesn't mean he's not Junior or the second. Right. They just might not refer to it.
Right. Well, they haven't.
And it is the CW, and you said yourself, CW is like soap opera, superheroes. So they might work it in there somewhere later.
Absolutely.
Thank you for listening, liking, and sharing Unregimented on Facebook and following Unregimented on Twitter at UnregimentedPod. If you like Unregimented, please tell a friend to visit ChristopherMedia.net. You can subscribe to Unregimented on iTunes for free just by clicking through the iTunes banner at ChristopherMedia.net. You can also show your support for Unregimented when you buy something on iTunes just by clicking through the iTunes banner at ChristopherMedia.net. It won't cost you anything extra, and it shows your support for Unregimented. While you're on iTunes, please remember to write a review and rate Unregimented 5 stars. Just click on the iTunes banner at ChristopherMedia.net. Android users can listen to Unregimented for free at ChristopherMedia.net by clicking on the Stitcher radio player on our homepage. You can also listen to Unregimented for free at TuneIn.com or by downloading their free TuneIn radio app. Don't forget, you can always listen to Unregimented for free across any platform just by going to ChristopherMedia.net. Make sure to check out all of the podcasts on ChristopherMedia.net. Mondays and Fridays, you have Unregimented. Reach us at UnregimentedPod on Twitter. Tuesdays and Fridays, you have the Weedsman Podcast. Find those guys at the Weedsman420 on Twitter. Wednesday, you have the Projection Booth, projection-booth.com, or at Pro Boothcast on Twitter. Saturday, you have the Captain's Table at Captain's Podcast on Twitter. You can also check out one of our new shows, well, new to us. It's the Ugly Club Podcast. It's another movie podcast, but these guys go with more of a theme each week rather than just one movie. You can check them out at Ugly Club Podcast on Twitter or uglyclubpodcast.com. If you like Unregimented and want to show your support for Unregimented, you can donate to Christopher Media by clicking through the PayPal button at ChristopherMedia.net. If you use Amazon.com, please click through the Amazon banner at ChristopherMedia.net and bookmark the link. It won't cost you anything extra, and when you buy something, you will show your support for Unregimented. If you're looking to launch your own website, please click through the HostGator banner at ChristopherMedia.net. That's who we use to host Unregimented. When you sign up for HostGator by clicking through the banner at ChristopherMedia.net, you are helping to support Unregimented.
Well, there's watching a lot of network shows lately. It's unavoidable that you got to watch a lot of commercials, and there were 2 that I thought. Well, first of all, one of them's kind of stupid. But have you guys seen the Schick commercial for the pube trimmer?
No. Well, you have been watching on TV,
right?
No, I haven't.
You may have seen it, just not. It didn't fully register. I don't think it took me a second to like realize what was going on. But you have 3 girls in bikinis that are all trimming these little topiaries that they have in front of them, and the camera pans over them so that it lines up right where their pubic hair would be. And so the first 2 have got these scissors, and they're trying to like trim it off, and they're very unsatisfied with their results. And the other one has this nice little heart shape that it's like shaving with this Schick razor.
So are commercials just dropping all pretense now?
I thought it was kind of brilliant, though, because...
Trim your bush? I don't know. It seems kind of lazy writing.
I know. I think that's brilliant. How else would you broach that subject? Like, they have this, what they call a personal trimmer or something like that, and that's everybody understands what it's supposed to be used for, but you can't talk about it. You can't just say, hey, this is for shaving your pubes down so they don't stick out the top of your bikini.
It's like vibrators. You can't say, this is for your vagina. You say, oh, it's a neck massager.
Right.
You know, you call it by another name, but we all, wink, wink, know what it is and what it's for. So
I think they found. I have to give it hats off to whoever thought of that commercial, the advertising company or whatever, because they managed to talk about something that many people would find offensive to be advertised.
I find it offensive if they don't trim it up. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go down there with a fucking weed whacker. Come on, man.
But the other thing that I saw a lot of are the iWatch commercials. Have you guys seen the commercials for the iWatch?
No.
Dude, you watch a lot of TV. I've not seen any of these commercials.
Okay.
I could, as someone fully invested in the Apple ecosystem, I could give 2 fucks about the Apple Watch.
Yeah.
Let me know when it can replace my phone, because all it is right now is a tether to my phone.
You know what's funny is the Apple Watch has a really hard time. Its sensors can't sense through a lot of tattoo ink. Like different color tattoo inks actually affect the way the watch works, and it'll actually shut down because it can't. So if you got a sleeve,
you sleeved hipsters.
Yep,
you're gonna see people getting sleeves, but they're just like a bare spot where the watch goes,
just like a circle where the watch goes. Yeah, right. Yep. They're gonna get
leave a spot for my Apple Watch.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that would be very hipster.
This is
totally
again what Apple does better than anything else that they do is advertise. Right. And they do tend to have these compelling commercials that, I mean, how much do I use this fucking iPad? When I first saw this thing, I was like, what the fuck do I need that for? And now I'm like, what am I going to buy when this thing breaks? So, I mean, their shit works. And all these commercials where they're showing all the different ways that people are using this watch, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I fucking want that, Mm-hmm. Even to the point where I'm thinking like, yeah, I'm going to like get rid of this Android phone, because you can't have a fucking Apple Watch and an Android phone. That doesn't talk together.
You can have an Android watch.
Yeah, but they don't have the snazzy commercials that show me what a watch could actually do for me.
Yeah, they do.
But anyway...
not on PBS or whatever you're watching.
No, they have the ones with people high-fiving each other.
You're right.
And baby animals.
Yeah.
Those are just as compelling, but they don't make me want to buy a watch.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Oh, so I'm totally buying into this. And then when I actually stop to think about it, all I can picture is me poking at this thing. Like, why won't it do what I want it to do?
Right.
I also view it, too, it's going to be more for young people thing. I mean, let's face it, the older you get, the shittier your eyes get.
Or why isn't it syncing correctly?
No, I want something, I'm going to actually get
people
one
over 40 with this thing 2 inches from their face.
For Android, but the only reason I'm going to get it is so I can, like, read my emails and shit, like, or a text when I'm in a meeting. Instead of, like, pulling my phone out, I can just look at my wrist real quick and see who the
pretend you're Dick
was.
Tracy.
Or when you're driving, you can just look at it real quick, and you don't have to whip your phone out while you're driving. Although most people
you still have to touch the screen to turn it on.
Yeah. No. There's like
that's right. It's got the
motion.
gyroscope. Okay.
Yeah, but what you're gonna see now is people driving around with their fucking wrists up to their faces,
or talking on it with their wrists. Yeah, it's just
because they put their phone on speaker and then they still put it in front of their face like they're gonna eat it, like they're gonna bite into the end of it. They hold it like a slice of pizza.
That's
and
my
fucking
favorite.
hold it. Like, what are you doing?
Those people are
it's
the
a
bane of my
speakerphone.
existence.
Yeah, man.
Can it summon the Batmobile?
If you went into an office situation and there was a speakerphone there on the table, would you pick it up and put it to the side of your head?
Right.
Because that's what the fuck you're doing right now.
Right.
You're totally defeating the purpose.
Well, it's like when I first got a cell phone, I was one of those people that was always yelling into it.
Yeah, I was too.
And then one day I'm talking to this girl. She's like, "Why are you yelling? You're on a phone." I'm on a phone. Like, okay, good point.
So that's when it's when you go, that's just how I talk.
Yeah.
What are you doing, making fun of me?
I have the same disease Samuel L. Jackson has.
India.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I got used to it from,
It'll get you drunk. You be fucking fat bitches in no time.
The reason I was yelling into my cell phones because I grew up, like, my first jobs driving for a heating and cooling company, we had radios in them, like walkie-talkie, like
oh yeah,
private band radio.
Yeah.
Another difference, if we're going to talk like age difference in technology, it definitely seems to be an age thing where anybody seems to be able to hold a conversation and block out extra noise.
Yeah.
That's under, say, the age of 60.
Yeah.
Anyone over, though, you can't even talk. You have to like turn the TV all the way down because somebody's calling and Grandpa's got to talk on the phone.
Yep.
Like the guy that I worked for was like that.
Oh man.
Like he'd pick up the phone and freak out because I'm having a conversation with someone. He's like shooing me away.
Like, you fucking walk away.
God, I am an old soul because when I get a phone call, I immediately leave the room.
Well, I'll do
So I
that.
can
that's
concentrate
just
on the phone.
politeness.
Politeness, yeah.
Yeah, that's just, excusing yourself from a room while you're having... I hate people who
Dude.
just sit on a couch next to you somewhere and be
Blah,
like,
blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
You're at like a party at somebody's house and the music's going and they're like, hold on a second. What?
Yeah. Go in the other fucking room.
Leave the room, jackass.
No, but as far as that's concerned, Aaron, like I've had 2 cell phones going. So basically I had an earbud from each cell phone in each ear while I was typing on a computer. Yeah. I was using a computer, like remoting into somebody's site, fixing their shit while I was on the phone with them on one ear, and on the other ear I was like on the phone with tech support talking about other shit.
Madonna's big dick in your other ear.
Yeah. That's what I felt like. God damn.
Charlie Chan.
I got
Toby Wong.
Over here and without his big dick.
Man.
You know what's going on.
I felt like my head was splitting apart, but I did it.
Mr. White. Oh, no, okay. I have to say, if you can multitask like that, your jerk-off sessions must be great. You can juggle your balls and jerk off at the same time.
Dude, I can stick a fucking finger in my butt, juggle my balls, and jerk off all at the same time.
You want to impress me? Throw blowing yourself into that equation.
And
I just don't like the taste of my dick.
Tabs he has at X videos at the same time. Okay.
I could do it.
All right.
I'll videotape me doing it. I won't show you my wiener.
Second of all, I want to go real quick right back to something that we were just talking about, which was you said, Jay, you tried to get into Daredevil.
Yeah.
Dude, I know. Oh.
Have you watched it past the first episode?
I don't see how you did. I can't get past the first episode.
Either, dude.
Are you guys kidding me? Like I could not stop. I had to go right into episode 2.
That's the problem. Is I had to stop, and then I just can't. I'm like, I don't even want to fucking. I don't even want to go back.
Episode 2 is amazing. It's one of the best episodes.
Thank you.
Of the
Okay,
whole
thank
series.
you. So I'll watch episode 2, and if it sucks, you're gonna eat it.
It does not.
He's gonna fuck you up. You're gonna juggle his balls while he jerks off.
Well,
Oh shit!
I don't think it's given anything away at this point because it's no spoilers. Anybody who's wanted to watch it has watched it already. But he does not get into the uniform until the last episode.
I don't care about the uniform. I
knew that was coming because that's how they have to do it.
You got to do that. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. But
no, man. I was like watching the first episode. I'm going, all right, okay.
I like the fact that he's not coming across as like super invincible. I like that. I mean, he's like he's human, but he just happens to have extra perception and hearing, so like he hears with fucking
but he's also
that's kind of believable.
They have these extended fight scenes where there's a break, like he beats a couple guys down and then he's standing there huffing and puffing and trying to catch his breath and those guys are like getting up off the floor and then they come back after him and it's like it's not like knock some guy over the head, he goes down and I continue to run at full speed without breaking a sweat.
No, I did appreciate that.
I'm sorry, Jay, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I mean, I did appreciate that about the show. It was just I just thought that I don't think the story really bit me right. Didn't compel me when I watched it. So I'll give it another chance, and hopefully I can have it where I can go. I'll rewatch episode 1, hopefully, and then get into episode 2, just to go.
Oh
right.
no, guys! There are shows that I love now that it took me 2 or 3 times to get into.
Right.
Pilots always
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. I watched that first episode probably 3 or 4 times before I ever made it to the second episode.
I haven't even watched it.
Yeah.
So.
And this one is going to really. I'm going to get to boo. But Silicon Valley, dude.
I haven't watched it.
It took me twice to watch the first episode before I even wanted to watch the second.
The show interests me. I
thought episode 1 was super strong. It was episode 2 that I thought was kind of lagging. I was kind of like, well, maybe this show only had one good show in it. But by 3, it was pretty damn solid.
I want to watch it. I just don't have I don't know what the fuck it's on. I don't have cable right now. I've got internet. So
that's HBO.
Yeah, I'd have to get HBO.
You can get it to go now.
I'm not.
No, I got you.
I just want to try it, but I don't want to do I don't want to give them my credit card for 30 days. I'll just try that shit and I'll buy it because I'm a consumer like that. I'm a good fucking capitalist consumer.
Well, I'm a poor motherfucker who doesn't even have cable, so I need to watch TV
Dude,
somehow.
I don't have cable.
You're not missing much, Rich.
I don't have cable, Rich.
I know, right?
I can't wait to get rid of it.
It kills me. I can't. Dude, I'm in a sports-free zone.
Dude, it was hard. It was hard for me to get rid of it, and I hate sports, so I don't even... What the fuck's the point of having cable if you don't like sports?
Dude, I have no idea what's going on in the sports world besides 97.1 and 105.1. And what am I going to do with a fucking phone
It's
when
busy.
I'm at work?
It's busy doing YouPorn all the time, man.
Does it have a Twitter app on it?
Yeah, man.
I mean,
I'm not even on Twitter. I've never even signed up for Twitter.
I mean, I have...
But you have options.
Yeah, you have options, dude.
I get alerts all day long from my ESPN app. I don't fucking...
Oh, no. I get updates, but I can't watch it unless I go somewhere.
Yeah, who's going to watch it?
I got cable to watch sports, and now I have this job, so now it's like, what the fuck? I'm never home to watch it, so...
Right. Yeah.
Aaron's like, please, God, don't cancel cable.
Oh, I don't give a fuck. No.
We were doing
doesn't
fine
have to
before we
matter.
got cable. And
Yeah.
fine
Cut the
after we
cable.
don't have... We'll...
As long as you have an internet connection,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you guys will be good.
Yeah.
No, but we're
Are we
gonna. I
back
gotta
on?
figure it out. We're
Yeah,
gonna
we're
do
back
Netflix,
on. Yeah,
Hulu,
sure,
Sling
we're back
TV,
on.
and HBO, and it's gonna cost me like half of what I'm paying now.
We're back
and we're
on.
gonna have the same amount of channels.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, the a la carte things, it's coming, man. Like it's
Oh, yeah.
started already, and it's gonna kill. It's gonna kill local TV, and local TV is really killing themselves
Right.
by charging.
Well, we haven't talked about how Verizon is kind of pushing this idea forward, much to the chagrin of the actual networks. And what happened since then, the what was it, the Time Warner Comcast merger? Bro, that fell apart.
Oh, I got a silly one for you. I'm sorry.
Now Verizon is looking to expand
They're buying
their
AOL.
reach. They're what?
They're buying AOL.
They're buying AOL. Yeah.
$3.6 billion.
Which
From 10 years ago, or what?
No, they're buying it. No,
They're getting
buying
in a DeLorean.
AOL, yeah.
They're gonna buy Alta
There's
Vista
so
too?
many fucking people that are like still using dial-up.
Dude,
that dial-up service.
I told you earlier, this was off air, but I said that how many emails I sent out today. A couple of them were to AOL accounts. I swear to God.
I know, man. I know, it's fun. But hey, some people don't need internet for anything more than that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're reading text mail. Just they're, whatever. They got like Windows 98 probably still.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Windows 98.
And they're using Master Chiefs.
Dude, no, I can't even shit. I can't even talk shit because I'm running XP, so I can't even talk shit. It's
whatever, man.
it's
You're
rough.
rolling a
It's
computer,
rough, man.
I know.
Oh, dude, I
XP 's
think
great.
you updated from XP to 7 last year. Maybe around, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's been a little over a year that I've been running Windows 7.
I'm
Rich,
three-
I was running
well,
three
XP
years
till
into Windows 7.
2012, so
Yeah.
don't feel
The
bad.
only reason I run XP is because I have a legit copy of it.
Yeah.
My
Right.
laptop has a legit copy of 7 on it.
Well, what's-
even though the hard drive died, you flip it over, you got the code, you can,
What, he's got 2 more years? I think you have 2 more years where you'll have
Updates.
updates. Yeah, thank you. That's what I was trying to think of.
Well, but that's
and then
fucked
you're-
up though.
And then you're cut off.
But that's not true because I have. You're gonna laugh at me about this. I have 2 Windows Vista machines at home,
Yeah.
and they have significant updates all the time. Mm-hmm. So they haven't stopped supporting it. I mean, they're still like they tell the masses we're not supporting anymore, and then they're like, here's some updates.
No, but I thought that's the idea is that they would cycle out operating systems. So like XP is going to go away in 2 years, and then after that, Vista.
That's why they're giving anybody who owns a copy of Windows 7 and up a free copy of Windows 10 for the first year because they want as many devices as they possibly can on Windows 10 so they can create a more sterile environment.
Yeah. How about drop the price to like $40?
Yeah, right.
And sell way more,
I'm
have
cool
way
with you
less
making money off
piracy.
me. Yeah, I'm cool with you.
Oh
making
my
some money.
God, yeah, because my legit copy of XP when I bought it was like 125, I think.
Dude,
Straight up.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. I mean, I looked at the bitch. I was like, I could get fuck blown.
Dude.
I could
You
get
get an
3
OEM for like
holes
100.
and a swallow.
I paid $2.99 for my copy of XP Pro.
Jesus.
Out of
Oh,
the
yeah,
store.
Pro.
It was,
Yeah, yeah.
It was
Pro,
pre-OEM.
okay.
Yeah, it was Pro.
So you got all
It
the
was
bells
like
and whistles.
Yeah.
64-bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And that
Yeah,
fucking made
see.
my butt pucker, man. Because like fucking paying that much money for an OS, it's like, come on, and like I was dumb wasn't dumb for doing it. It was just I needed to do it, and I had to keep up with. I still got to keep up with the latest technology.
Yeah.
It's part of my job. So
for a minute, I thought for a second there, I thought you said the ladies' technology.
The latest, yeah. No, I mean
Gotta
it's
keep
just
up with the
like
latest
it goes with it.
technology.
Like
Yeah,
I'm going to end up buying a Mac here pretty soon, so that I can work my way through the OS. Because it's.
Uh-oh.
You heard it here first.
There we go.
I have to know how to use the OS. I have an Ubuntu
Welcome to
machine.
the dark side.
Yeah, Linux, Ubuntu. I'll have to have it on Mac because of the businesses and the higher education world goes all Mac.
Welcome to the dark side. We have cookies and Macs.
I've used a Mac almost every fucking day, so whatever. I just don't know the hotkeys like I do on a fucking Windows machine.
Speaking of throwback shit, the show I've talked about that I was excited to go to, one of my bucket list shows. I went Faith No More.
That's right, with Mike Patton.
Oh God! No. The original lead singer came out for a song too, but we'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
Didn't their guitarist die though? The guy, I don't remember his. Forgive
Jim
me.
Martin with the SV or Flying V.
Yeah, guy who was in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
He retired to, and I'm not bullshitting. You can Wikipedia this. He retired to grow a pumpkin farm. He left the band to grow a pumpkin farm.
That's
I thought he was dead. So
no, he's
that's
alive.
good news, I guess.
So anyways, the whole reason I went to this show is because my friend who's like my brother, May, he is my brother, whatever. He was my best man at my wedding. I was his best man at his wedding, whatever. His wife works for Live Nation, and I never ask for can I get in for free to this show? Can I get it? Mm-hmm. But for Faith No More, I was like, please, I don't care if they got to let me in the back door and I have to sneak in and I can't leave. I can't do anything. I can just only stand in one spot. I need to see the show. And she goes, I got you.
Put a security shirt on my back.
I'm sorry.
Put a security shirt on my back. I'll stand someplace.
Hey, you know what? Yeah, it's not far from the truth, but okay.
I did. Hey, dude. I did that for Prince. But go ahead. Sorry.
Just recently?
It was years back. It was
not the one that he just
no.
had
It was years back,
ago.
dude. It was years back. And it was just like, hey, man, Prince is coming. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. And this guy's like, hey, you want to go? I'm like, I don't have any money. He goes, no, you want to work security? I'm like, sure.
I'm surprised they let you. You're probably too tall. You make them feel short.
No. I was up in the stands or in the. I was like,
you weren't anywhere near him.
No,
yeah.
No.
So long story short, get a ride down there. Go up to the will call window, and I'm like, there's a ticket waiting for me. They're like, give me your ID. I give them the ID. They're like, who's it under? And I said, my name. And they go, no. Are you on the guest list? And I'm like, sure. And they check the guest list, and they're like, yep, you're on here. Here you go. And they hand me the ticket, and I'm just like, I'm on the fucking guest list for fucking Faith No More.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And the people I rode with, paid fucking $55 a piece to sit in the balcony. So I go up to security. I go through the whole check thing at the state or the Fillmore now, as it's known. And I get to where I need to flash my ticket, and I open up the envelope, and I get handed my ticket, and they scan it, and they go, okay, go ahead. And I look at the price, $160.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm in the mezzanine. $160 for the mezzanine.
Oh.
That's
and
fucked
I'm
up.
like, that's a little pricey if you ask me. $160 maybe for general admission.
Fillmore?
Yeah. So and Chris,
man.
you and I covered the Detroit Music Awards when it was known as the States. So you're walking in, you got the two staircases leading up, and the people that I came with, I'm like, guys, let me see your tickets, and it says balcony general admission, and I'm like, I don't think we're going to be sitting together, and it sucks because I want to enjoy the show with the people that I came with.
And then you also have your friend with a half a pound of shrooms?
No, dude, no. None of y'all kicked in, man. I could have had fucking,
Oh, it's on us?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I take no. I said I'm a bleeding heart libertarian. I take no responsibility for my own actions. It's all your fault. Okay, so. But I'm just, I pre-gamed a little bit, maybe, hit the oil. They could say, my ride had a
couple key bumps.
Yeah, the little, what do you call it? fucking shit, the pen, and everything. And I was, all right. So I'm,
Got
my
your
head was
packs
right.
on.
I had set the mood, So I go in and I'm just like, okay, so what do we do? And they're like, I don't know. And we literally got there right after doors open. So it was a good 20 minutes before the opener showed up on stage. And so, we walk around, check out the atmosphere. I'm like, wow, dude, there is a lot more talent here than I would have ever fucking thought would be at a Faith No More show. Because I just feel like Faith No More is like Primus. It's just all guys.
Yeah,
sausage
boyfriends.
fest.
So, well,
But,
or husbands.
Yeah, at this point, yeah. So, long story short, we get a couple drinks. By the way, $9 for a beer. I told the bitch, I was like, seriously, I can get blown for that.
It's come with a hand job?
Yeah.
I mean, I was like,
No,
all
it
right,
came in a
whatever.
fucking plastic cup, didn't it?
Oh, you damn right it did.
Fuck.
And
So
so
40-old
the
version.
bottle?
Hey, it's $9 beer night.
So I go upstairs to the mezzanine, and for people who don't know, it's the main floor mezzanine balcony at the theater I saw Faith No More at. And
Oh, wait, real quick. You know why beer's $9? Because people lose their shit if it was 10. That would just be that would be too much.
That'd be too much.
Yeah, no fucking way.
Well, no, that's
But
the thing is,
Well,
it's $9 for the beer and
Either way,
$9
if I hand you it,
price for one beer.
here's the thing though. But at $9, if I hand the waitress a 10, I'm just gonna say keep it.
Yeah, exactly.
If I have to hand them 11, that's a pain in the ass. And drunk people don't want pain in the ass. Drunk people want fucking easy. So yeah, I got you. But so we get up to the mezzanine. I'm walking up. And there's a chick waiting there, and at the mezzanine at the State. I don't know if you guys have been there.
Oh, yeah.
I know Chris has.
I was up there for Outcast watching that thing ripple like that bridge.
There you
that
go.
Fell down in that earthquake.
When I went and saw Prodigy, I was up in the balcony feeling it move under my feet like, oh.
Yeah.
This shit's about to get real.
Yeah.
I'm going to crowd surf literally on the balcony as it falls off. But yeah, so I get up to the mezzanine area, and I walk up, and my friends who gave me the ride, I'm like, all right, guys, we're going to do this like when I went to see Clutch in 2008. We had main floor tickets, and it was general admission, and I just walked up, and the sound guy was right in the middle, and there was a roped-off area, and I just opened the rope and walked in, sat down, closed the rope. Acted like you belong there, and no one questioned you. I'm like, so just follow my lead. And they were like, cool, will do. I go up, and I'm like, how you doing tonight? She's like, hey, ticket? I hand her my ticket. She looks at it, she goes, okay, I'm going to take you to your seat. How many in your party? I'm like, there's 3 of us. She goes, okay. Tickets? And I'm going, fuck, at this point.
Well, yeah, because you got seats.
Yeah, exact, because it was completely sold out. And
Right.
But I thought I was going to be able to pimp my way in by being the one with the main, the ticket for the mezzanine and just going, hey, come on in with me. How many? She said, how many in your party? So I'm like, I'm just going to pimp my way in this motherfucker. Yep. And long story short is I didn't. She was like, tickets? And she goes, oh, no, you guys are on the balcony upstairs. And I looked at them like, and I looked at the lady, and the lady was just like, there's no way they're getting in here. They have to go upstairs.
Now, Rich,
there's nowhere.
Here's your mistake, Rich. That's a mid-show move. That's not a before-show move.
That's true.
That's let the chaos start, and because I've done that shit before. Yeah, that has to go on. If you're gonna pull that shit, that has to happen during the concert.
Okay, I got you.
You got to get them confused. They got to be not on top of their game.
You have to remember the friends I went with. They're a married couple. One is in his 40s. The other is in her mid to late 30s, and they wanted to be on time to see the opening act. Like that was a big deal to the chick. So
who was the opening act?
Oh, you're killing me. Do me a favor. You got a computer in front of you. Look it up. It's
like 3.
No. I'm dead serious because I
too.
But no. Just look it up because they were really interesting. I don't know if I would say that it was something I'm into, but they were really interesting. But it was a chick singer, guitar player, a chick bass player, a guy drummer, and half of the stuff she sang was in Spanish. I found out later.
Soli Victus?
Les Butcherettes?
Yes. Thank you.
There you go.
She worked with one of the guitar players from the Mars Volta, and who was the band before the Mars Volta?
At the Drive-In.
Thank you. So yeah, I mean, it was, my female friend really wanted to see that show. I mean, see them guys. And I was like, all right, cool. But so they went upstairs. We agreed to meet someplace downstairs. So I get shown to my seat. I mean, like ushered to my seat, and I'm sitting and I have a table to my left, and like the view is great. I can see everything, even though I'm in the mezzanine. I'm not on the main floor, whatever. And she goes, and sir, your nearest bar is right here. Your nearest bathroom is right up these stairs. And enjoy the show. Keep your ticket on you at all times. Have a good evening. And I'm like, bitch, why are you talking to me like this? Like, I when I go to shows, I'm like, you hand them the ticket, they look at it and they go on. Fuck out my face. And then security fucking with you the rest of the night. I'm like, oh shit, I feel like an adult right now. All right. So sat there, opening act happened. Like I said, very interesting. Like jumped off the stage, ran through the crowd to the point where I couldn't see her from the mezzanine. And I'm like looking, and then the crowd put her up and passed her to the front, and she hopped back on stage. I mean, like it was like, all right, this is a lot of high energy music. I'm not necessarily sure if it's something that I would go buy, but they put on a good show.
This is apparently Les Butcherettes on, I don't know what MTV Iggy Live is, but that's the show that they're performing live on right now.
Iggy Azalea Live, maybe?
I'm guessing, because it can't be Iggy Pop. Or maybe, I don't know.
But the lead singer does play guitar and keyboard at the same, like she alternates between the two.
Yeah.
Sometimes, at the same time, like she'll just stop playing the guitar and she'll play the keyboard and go back to the guitar.
There we go. Is this a duo?
Well, it was a trio when I saw him. It was her, a female bass player, and a male drummer.
Yeah, I think this is only the her and the drummer. Not sure it's male though.
Dude, I don't know anything about their history. The lineup could have changed.
Right.
So.
All right.
I'm already out. Heard that in the 90s.
Yep. Was that a Janis Joplin cover band?
Oh, don't get me started on Janis fucking
Sorry, Rich.
Joplin.
We're shitting on your concert experience.
Sorry, Rich. Go for it.
All right. So anyways,
lady was almost sucking your dick. Okay.
They end, and I start talking to people around me. And in the mezzanine at the State, if you guys have ever sat there, like there's tables behind the seats, and there was a couple behind me, and the lady goes, "Oh, did you come to Faith No More all by yourself?" And I'm like,
yes.
Why would you? Why would you? No, because her husband was right there, and he looked like a dude who'd done some time. And I'm like, why would you ask that? And she goes, because no one's with you. I'm like, well, my friends came with me. They're my ride, but they're upstairs, and I have this seat. And she goes, oh, okay. So she starts chatting me up. Then the dude next to me starts chatting me up with his wife or girlfriend, whatever it was. And we all start talking about
three make you gay, Rich. Three make you gay.
We all start talking about music, and it's like our musical piss puddles all kind of overlap, even though like none of us are into anything exactly but Faith No More. You get what I'm saying? Like that's the reason we're here. But like I make fast friends usually wherever I go, kind of for the most part. Mm-hmm. So and I'm just like, okay, you guys are really cool. Thank you. I appreciate it, and it's good. I'm glad I'm gonna be watching a show with people who are cool and not a bunch of assholes. And Faith No More comes out. First of all, I got to describe this to you. The entire stage is white. And when I say the entire stage, I mean the microphones.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
The microphone stands.
I saw pictures of that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, the amps, everything. And the way the lighting is that there's, wherever the lighting hits, they all turn the color of the lighting. But if they hit multiple colored lights, different members of the band are different colors.
Okay.
Because the band's in all white, and it's like, okay, right there, that's cool. They come out, they start with a new song, the lead single, Motherfucker, off their new album. Whatever. You don't go to see a band like this for their new shit. 4 songs in, they start Epic. I'm like, it takes balls big enough to come in a dump truck. 4 songs into your fucking set, after not touring for fucking 17 or not being in this city for 17 years, to play your biggest hit. So I was like, all right, I give them credit. So they played Epic, and then they played Easy, their cover of Easy by the Commodores.
Nice.
Yep.
And then
Did they do We Care a Lot?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
Love that song.
Yep. Give me 1 second. The one that really fucking threw me that they played, that I was kind of shocked they played, was and this is just me. I'm a weird guy. My favorite Faith No More album is the one from 1997, album of the year, the one with
Last Cup of Sorrow.
Yep, Last Cup of Sorrow, all that on there. Most people look at that as the throwaway album. I for whatever reason, I've always loved that album. But yeah,
that was a good tune.
The set list was, they opened up with Motherfucker. Then they went from Out of Nowhere, Caffeine, Evidence, which is from King for a Day, Fool for a Lifetime, which is like almost a lounge type, song. Epic was her 5th song. Sunny Side Up, Surprise You're Dead. Then, guys, I got to tell you, this was the highlight of the entire show. This is what made everything worth it. Midlife Crisis, they started playing. They got halfway through it to the point in the song where there's that natural pause, and they stopped playing, and the whole crowd continued to sing the chorus. And Mike Patton's standing there with his arms folded, holding the microphone, giving you the and he goes, "Good college try, but not good enough." By the way, at the Fox next door, Hall & Oates are playing. Why are you not there? And nice. Fucking the whole crowd's like, boo. And he's like, no, you don't understand. We really kind of fucking like that shit. And then they start playing Rich Girl.
Nice.
By Hall & Oates.
That's hilarious.
So they're like,
Dude, I fucking
you're
love
a
Hall
rich
&
girl. And then they stopped. And then he just held up his mic. And he turned and he looked at Mike Gordon on drums. And he went right back into the rest of fucking Midlife Crisis. And I was just like, oh, that's fucking awesome. That's great. And then rest set
No Man-Eater?
No Man-Eater. Rest set was Everything's Ruined, Gentle Art of Making Enemies, Easy, King for a Day, Ashes to Ashes, Superhero, Soul Invictus.
Dude, did you break this shit down?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh right.
They covered Burt Bacharach. This Guy's in Love with You.
Oh, that is one of my favorite Burt Bacharach songs. Are you fucking kidding me?
They covered it. Oh, by the way, they also, in an instrumental interlude, did the theme from Midnight Cowboy. So, I mean, it's like they were fucking all over the place. And then they brought Chuck Mosley out, their original lead singer, to sing the song Mark Bowen. And then they ended with a new song called From the Dead, which was funny because Mike Patton's like, how many hippies are in the crowd? And people were like, yay! And he's like, I'm not a hippie. But on this song, I have to have a tambourine. And the keyboard player was playing an acoustic guitar. And Mike Patton's like, so forgive me, I'm going to be a hippie for this song. And he's like, playing it. Mike Patton playing a tambourine. And I was like, all right, dude. All right, I'm done. And then that was the end. That was it. It was about an hour and a half, hour and 40-minute show. And
Did they play it like this, or did they change it up?
No, of course they played it like this, man. They did a yes.
Yeah, no, I just
it's
want to
Faith
know.
No More. They covered fucking the Bee Gees. I started a joke.
I love the Bee Gees too, man.
Yeah, dude, fucking yeah. That's why I said, man, if I'd have known that May and Star weren't going,
started a joke.
If I'd have known May and Star weren't going, and I could have gotten an extra ticket, I'd have been like, Aaron, you need to come with me.
I'm sad that I missed it.
Aaron, Detroit hipsters harder. We already fucking said it the last one. It's the truth. Dude, it was hipster heaven. I mean, I was up there just like loving it.
It was a veritable who's who of world famous in Detroit.
Yeah, you just saw people that you've been like, oh, I know that dude. Oh, that dude's okay. I know that. Yeah.
You ready to switch up roles a little bit? I prefer Mr. Bungle over Faith No More.
I've heard that so many times, dude. And you know what? I respect that. But here's the thing: I'm not a Mike Patton fan. I'm a Faith No More fan.
I'm a Mike Patton fan. I
Dude,
love
just the musicality.
I want to see Tomahawk live.
Tomahawk, Phantomos. Mr. Bungle, like all his side projects, they have aspects I like, but Faith No More is the melting pot that I really like.
To me, Mr. Bungle is very Zappa-esque.
Oh yeah, oh, definitely.
That's why I like it. The musicality of it, the technicality of it.
Now,
that's just me.
I'm going to give you guys a heads up. The entire show was live streamed on Yahoo. And it's available on YouTube right now. You can watch the entire show.
Well, fuck yeah, I'm going to check it out.
The one thing I will say is, okay, there's two things I tend to do when I'm at a show. One is the experience of the stage show, and the other is how much I appreciate the set list.
You forgot drink.
Well, no, that's a given. That's like that's always in the ether. It doesn't matter. But
yeah, you said show.
Yeah, exactly.
What more do you need?
But no, but
what, you brought ether? What?
Devil ether. Yeah. Let's not get into that. All right. Anyways, but no, listening back to the live stream, I was like, ooh, I realized two things. The backing vocals are all Mike Patton in the studio because live, they're not there. And two, Mike Patton's getting old because he can't do what he used to do vocally.
Yeah.
Well, I think that happens to all vocalists.
He just can't. The dude's barely 50, if that. And he keeps himself in...
Yeah.
And on top, I was going to say he keeps himself in good shape, but he looks like a puffy version of Mike Patton. Like, he looks like Vince Vaughn in Old School versus Vince Vaughn in fucking Swingers. He's a puffy motherfucker now. I'm just like, dude. And on top of it, he's a fucking asshole. You can't be an asshole if you can't back it up, homie. That's just all there is to it. So
I remember going to see The Cure on the Wish tour and just kind of being disappointed by Robert Smith. Right.
He couldn't bring it vocally anymore?
Robert Smith?
Yeah.
Well, the sound was kind of bad. It was in the Silver Dome.
Oh God.
Yeah, so the sound was for shit.
That's a waste of fucking time right there.
Yeah, and he looked. From then on, from that show on, I referred to him as Bob the Sad Clown.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh, Jesus.
I also saw Morrissey around the same time. The Kill Uncle tour, which an album that I personally adore, but even...
Wait a minute, Kill Uncle, 92?
Yeah, even Morrissey was like, I didn't make that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Is that the album with the closer...
the harsh truth of the camera eye, Sing Your Life.
The more you push me away, the closer I get, or something like that.
No, that was later. That was after that. That was after.
Okay.
Did you put that on a mixtape with Every Breath You Take for the Stalker mix?
Right. Yeah. No, but I went to that show, and it was a fantastic show. And he's wearing this gold lame shirt, and at the end, all of this smoke just comes pouring out, and all you see are these black silhouettes on stage. And he takes his shirt off, and he's swinging it over his head. He whips it out into the crowd, and everybody just swarmed on it. Like, you know, when you feed, like, fish in a koi pond?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. And
I've heard he is a giant dick.
Oh, yeah. And
he's driven by venues because they've served meat. Oh, no, we're not going to play here tonight. Fuck all these people that bought tickets.
Well, they tore that shirt to pieces. There were people walking out of there with, like, you know, little 2-inch scraps of gold lame and just, like, rubbing it on their faces and crying. Like, I was a fan. We were all...
Why, were they allergic to the material? Or?
We were all in drama club, huge Morrissey fans, but we learned what it meant to be a huge Morrissey fan that night.
Yeah. Like, I am... Morrissey ends with... How soon is now? It begins, he ends with that. And people are like, oh my God. Like when I run into
that band that he hooked up with for Kill Uncle that he worked with for years after that, and most of them are still around, they fucking rock.
See, this is what I run into every time I fucking say, look, I respect Johnny Marr. He's a good guitar player. I respect what the Smiths did. It's just not my thing. But that one song is a badass fucking riff.
I'm with you there, Rich.
It's a good song. And if you ever listen to an interview with Johnny Marr, he goes, I wrote that to be like Sunshine of Your Love. or Can't Explain. I wrote it to be a riff that stands on its own, it transcends, where the rest of the band will, everyone will go, hey, have you heard of the Smiths? Yeah, I've heard of this song. He wrote that to be that way.
I think that the pinnacle of the Smiths' career is This Charming Man, and that's like one of the perfect pop songs. It's one of the best written songs, hands down.
No, I got you, man. I don't know. That's what now. Like I was just saying about Faith No More. I talked to Faith at the show. I was outside getting a cigarette, and they're like, what's your favorite album? I'm like, album of the year. They're like, that's the shit album. That's the throwaway album. And I'm like,
yeah,
it's my favorite. It's just like, what's my favorite Pink Floyd album? Wish You Were Here. What's my favorite Stones album? Let It Bleed. Not the pop, not Exile on it, not the Sexy Picks, not, Sticky Fingers, none of that shit. Well, Let It Bleed is my favorite Stones album.
I still believe that a majority of Kill Uncle stands up, but there's no doubt that my state of mind, where I was in my life at that time, had a lot to do with why that album stuck with me.
Yeah, I think everybody's got albums like that.
You'll never lose that. But did I ever tell you the time I saw Johnny Marr play and I didn't know it?
No.
You're going to now.
No, I went to see Modest Mouse out in Kalamazoo and watched their whole show, loved it. And the whole time there was a guitar player. I was like, oh, they got an extra guy playing guitar. And he's got this nice Telecaster, and then he whips out this Rickenbacker, and I was like, oh, man, he's got taste in guitar, and he can play really well, too. I like this guy's sound. Who the fuck is that? And oh, yeah, totally digging this guy. And he's like, he had like the whole mod haircut where it's like kind of shaggy and all like done up. And I went with a workmate and kind of got split up for the show, met up with him afterwards, and I was like, dude, who is that guy with the fucking sexy guitars? And he's like, that's fucking Johnny Marr. How did you not recognize him? I'm like, I don't know. He looks different than. It's not like you see many pictures of the Smiths anyway, even when they were around.
Yeah, exactly. And if you
all
do,
their album
Morrissey's
covers,
right up front. So.
Right, yeah.
I'm sorry I was getting laid instead of fucking studying every member of every band that I listened to.
Right. All their album covers are still shots from obscure movies.
Now you know how I feel about when you guys talk about comic books, Jay.
I don't talk about comic books.
No. You say.
Oh yeah.
No, you're the odd man out now.
Well, I have to say, I'm very, very appreciative of Starr for hooking me up with the concert, because even though, yes, like I said, watching the live stream, I'm like, ugh. And musically, they were on point, but vocally, of course, it's also only the 8th show into the what do you call it? The tour. So
yeah,
maybe they haven't hit their stride yet. I don't know, but it's a bucket list band I can check off. And
congratulations!
I had a great time, man. I mean,
it could
guys,
could have been a lot worse.
I wish I could have got you all in, because where I was at, Jay, we were not surrounded by people. There was no point where I was surrounded by people, so you'd have felt comfortable. On top of that, you'd have been the king of these people.
There's not a lot of how do you rate it as a reunion tour? Like, it seems like it was way better than your average.
You can tell the guys really all wanted to be on stage together. There was a lot of interaction between the band members on stage, like going up and talking to each other. When they went to go cut during Midlife Crisis, Mike Patton looked at the guitar player, gave him a nod. Looked at the drummer, gave him a nod. Looked at the bass player, gave him a nod. Went up to the keyboard player, tapped him on the shoulder, and he said something. But on rewatching on the cast that the video they did that's on YouTube that I sent a link to.
And then he shook his head and laughed and walked away.
Well, no, yeah. And he was like, but you could tell he was like, guys, we're gonna fucking do Hall & Oates when we stop. Like he was telling them, he's like, and. If you ever watch any old Faith No More live shit, there was never that interaction between those. I mean, that was a band that just, especially after about 92, they just did not like each other, but they just kept making music. Yeah. You can tell that in the live performance. This was, I mean,
they were having fun.
Mike Patton was having a good time on stage, and he's a fucking well-known cocksucker. He's like Danzig, but taller.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Danzig's such a dick.
And yes, and so is Mike Patton. If he didn't have the vocal ability he has, no one would put up with his ass. But he does. So, but you can tell that he was actually enjoying himself. He was even fucking with the crowd. Right before Easy, he's like, Detroit basketball. And the whole crowd's like, yeah. And he's like, not this year. And I was like, oh, shit. And then after Easy, he goes,
not for the last decade. Yeah,
yeah, I know, right? And he was like, no. Right before Easy ended, he's like, the last chorus, he's like, come on, tough guys, sing with me.
Well, real quick then, let's go around the horn and hear who's gone to what they would consider a successful reunion show. Like, I can think of two that stuck out. The Pixies, which was fucking amazing, and Sunny Day Real Estate. Oh
man, that's a good one.
But you just got fantastic musicians.
The Jollies.
No matter what.
Keeping that music snob street cred, aren't you?
Yeah.
No, the Jollies.
The Jollies?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, it was an amazing reunion.
I don't even know who the Jollies are. So
when did they get back together?
Trumped them.
When was the show that you saw?
It was at the Magic Stick. And I actually got on stage and sang with them. It was fucking fantastic. Nice. Yeah, it was great. They pulled me on stage to sing Hey Suburbia. It was fucking awesome.
Chris, have you seen any what you consider successful reunion shows?
The original lineup of Primus.
That would be great.
That was badass. That was Les Claypool, Larry Lalonde, Tim Alexander, and My Erection for 3 hours.
So there's a solid through line in our choices. It's really about musicians, right?
Well, I'll say also another successful one. I saw
yes, of course, they're all musicians, but we're talking about hardcore, super talented musicians.
I saw Living Color. Is the Bag in Ferndale?
Yes,
Magic Bag.
I
saw Living Color at the Magic Bag in Ferndale.
Yeah,
and they fucking killed it, man. I mean, and you could tell those guys were happy to be back together. Like, that's to me a successful reunion. And again, when you see them on stage and they're happy to be there. It's not just like a money grab. It's not the Rolling Stones going out every 5 to 7 years.
Yeah, but Vernon Reed's like a genius on guitar.
I can't say I know of any large act.
Yeah,
I really, that's
I can't really either.
That's the problem I have is like I just
Wait a minute, did the Buzzcocks ever break up?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Because I saw the Buzzcocks open up for Pearl Jam in 03.
They did kind of have a reunion,
and they were great opening up for Pearl Jam in 03.
Would Page and Plant count as a reunion?
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, it was pretty badass.
I don't know
if I bet that was.
That was a point in my life before all the Led Zeppelin songs had become totally fucked out. So.
Yeah,
I actually enjoyed the show.
Yeah, see, that came around after all the Zeppelin songs were fucked out for me. So, I was like, fuck that. I'm not fucking going to that. But now I kind of wish I would have gone because, I bet you, they're fantastic musicians.
Dude, and just to say you saw them, it's the same reason why I went to Paul McCartney.
Yeah, I went to Aerosmith.
I've ever paid for a concert ticket in my life.
I went to Aerosmith and Kiss for that reason, I mean.
How much was that, Chris, by the way?
Even with the discount that we... I wasn't working in the office, but my buddy was. It was still like $125. It was fucking ridiculous.
So I don't understand. I don't understand why the fuck was my seat in the mezzanine $160?
Yeah, that's fucked up, man. Because I had an offer of general admission for $80
for Faith No More.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and I just, dude, I'm not.
Dude, when I was talking to people beside me, the guy beside me paid $175.
Jesus.
For 2 seats, him and his wife. People behind me, the seats, the literally the tables with the 4 chairs, in the mezzanine at the State. Yeah, that was 117, and those were released 48 hours before the show was supposed to go down.
Wow.
So I was like,
no, I believe you. It's just,
I was like thinking like big pimpin', spending shit. I'm like,
yeah, buddy,
yeah,
Rich, you had brought up the Buzzcocks. That's a band where I don't think I'd be interested in seeing a reunion. I would just want to go into a time machine and go back to the 70s and see them play.
Yeah.
As a number of bands. Like if I had a time machine, I would go back to like 78, maybe 77.
Yeah.
And see a lot of bands in New York.
I'll tell you this, man.
Live at CBGB.
They opened, like I said, they opened up for Pearl Jam. I saw them Pearl Jam in 03 at Pine Knob. They opened up for them. They were solid, and I mean they delivered.
Sure they were.
And they even the guitar player came on stage at the end of the Pearl Jam set and played Bob O'Reilly with Pearl Jam, and it was like, this is awesome. You know, you can tell it was two bands touring together that respected each other.
Yeah,
and that's what I like. I like if I go see a band, I want to see a band that's happy to be on stage with each other, that loves each other. I know this is like whatever, you know, it's coming off like kind of faggy, whatever. But no, man, I just want to see musicians who are happy to be creating the music they're doing together, and it's not like we're doing it. It's not like Kiss. It's like
yeah. You know, it doesn't matter to me if they're having fun. If they're not getting along with each other, I could give a shit less. Like seeing Brian Jonestown Massacre was a really good show, and they don't get along at all.
Yeah, they all hate each other.
There was a bit of a tussle that happened on the stage at the show that I was at. No serious fights broke out, but I've seen footage of, like, especially the tambourine player going after people. Oh, serious.
No, I know. The Ruiners were like that, man.
Yeah.
I fucking played with them a few times.
Yeah, now, another question for the group. I know we're getting close here.
Yeah.
Is there any band that you saw its original lineup in its heyday that you're like, fuck yeah, I got to see them before it all went to shit or they broke up?
There's so many examples where I just missed that shit that I can't even think of one where I
Clutch?
Yeah.
I mean, they're still, to me, but I mean, in their heyday, I would say.
You feel like you saw
No, I'm talking about the original members.
They broke up.
Yeah. Oh, before
Clutch is still all the original members.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
You're right. Yeah.
The Toadies for me. I saw the Toadies with a band called Solid Frog at the State.
I remember
I remember the Toadies with Flaming Lips.
I saw them for $2.99. No, yeah, $2.99.
Yeah, that was a low dose show.
Yeah, it was a riff show, and it was the original lineup of the Toadies, and it was fucking great. And then I saw the Toadies again it was No Doubt Toadies Bush, and I bought the ticket to go see the Toadies.
That's just a great band name all in itself.
Yeah.
No Doubt Toadies Bush.
And they had different members by then, and that was like a year and a half later.
Well, I'll give you the two big ones that I missed, which are Nirvana and Radiohead. But the one where I felt like I caught the band, I don't know if this exactly counts for what you're looking for, Chris, but Smashing Pumpkins. I mean, they kind of became a totally different band, but with the original lineup, with Jimmy Chamberlain playing drums, I saw them a number of times, and those are some of the best shows that I've seen.
See, Aaron, you and I are on the same page. If Jimmy Chamberlain isn't with fucking Billy Corgan, I don't want to see the Pumpkins.
It's a different band.
Swan,
or nobody but Frusciante on stage with the Chili Peppers.
The Descendants.
I
saw the Descendants with all the original members.
Yeah.
That was pretty fucking awesome.
That's an actual,
That's a band I've never experienced live.
Oh, it was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Dude,
Thumbs up, bro.
Amazing.
And that's
a
good one.
Yeah, that was at St. Andrews Hall.
All right, Jay wins this week. Ding.
Oh. Yeah. I'm not trying to one up. It's just thinking about it. Like,
I'm just
you're making me feel like an asshole with mine. I saw Soundgarden in November, and by April they were done.
Oh, nice.
I did see them play at Lollapalooza, but I don't know. I think it had a lot to do with the venue more so and the people.
Oh God, I had tickets to the first Lollapalooza, and my mother put the kibosh on that, and she was like, "You're not going." She ripped up my tickets, threw them in the trash.
Oh, I was
going
to hitchhike. I had to get to that.
I was almost in tears, and then I had tickets to see in '92 Living Colour with the Bad Brains opening.
Nice.
Oh, and she ripped those tickets up and threw them away. My mother loved to fucking take shit away from me, so I was just like, "You're killing me, Mom."
Oh, I got a great.
I went to Suicidal Tendencies when I was 15, and my mom didn't know until I was like literally sitting in the car getting a ride down to fucking Cobo Arena when I was 15. I was 15 years old.
Yeah.
And I didn't lie to her. I just told her I was going to see a concert, and I didn't tell her where it was at. And I get in the car with Scott's ex-girlfriend's mom was driving us down there. And my mom's like, "You're going to Cobo? What? She freaked out, but she let me go. But it was a fucking great show.
Oh no, my mom didn't rip him up because of who was playing. My mom ripped him up because she knew I could have been going to see a fucking full on sex show like something out of fucking Amsterdam. My mom wouldn't have cared. Yeah. She got pissed at me and was like, "You really want this? You can't have it."
Yeah.
And then threw it away. And I was like, "Oh."
You talking about ripping up tickets reminded me of not really a similar story, but I once ripped up a pair of tickets on my own. I had tickets to go see, or a ticket actually, to go see Slater-Kinney, and it just happened to fall on my friend and roommate at the time's birthday, and everybody that we knew showed up at the house. And, you know, people are drinking, everybody's having a great time, and I'm like, I gotta go to this show that I got a ticket for, and they're all giving me a hard time over it. And I was like,
did you have a ticket?
I had
singular.
Yeah, I had a ticket. Oh no,
okay.
I love going to shows by myself. I did it many times. I've seen more shows going on my own than I have going with groups of people.
You are a fucking weird motherfucker sometimes.
I don't need to talk to anybody. I'm here to see the show, and I want to stand in a certain place, too, where it sounds really good. Not necessarily next to where your friends want to stand. But anyway.
No, I got you. Go ahead.
So, eventually I break, and I'm like, dude, it's your I have a couple shots of me. I'm like, it's fucking birthday. I'm already getting drunk. I shouldn't go out driving. Everybody's here. Fuck it, dude. And I, make this big show, tearing up my ticket in front of them. Like, I'm hanging out tonight. And
we're going to bed.
No. Had a great night. No, everybody got drunk, and we all had a great time. And then the next day, flipping through the Metro Times, and I see that the Slater-Kinney show is on Saturday, not the Friday night.
Oh!
So I tore up my ticket for the show that was the following night. And I could have still gone.
Congratulations, you fail at life.
Yeah.
Take that $12.50 and just tear it up.
How sad is that whole story? It starts with buying one ticket for a show.
See what alcohol does to you.
But we've hit our quota.
All right.
So I'm sorry that I got to cut it short. But yeah.
Bye.
All right, later.
All right, guys, later.
If you enjoy this show and want more people to know about it, head on over to iTunes, leave a comment, and rate it 5 stars. Make sure you like and share us on Facebook, and don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Just search for Christopher Media. Thank you in advance for supporting Christopher Media by clicking on the PayPal button and by clicking through to all the sponsors who support ChristopherMedia.net. Most importantly, we would like to take the time to extend an extra special thanks to you. Christopher Media could not exist without your support. Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net, and thank you for listening. Christopher Media. Let's make some noise.
Progressive presents The Sounds of the Old World.
The year is 2019, and someone is waiting for a table at a restaurant.
Thompson, party of 4. Thompson, party of 4. Thompson, party... Oh, there you are.
This has been The Sounds of the Old World.
Brought to you by Progressive, where drivers can still switch and save like it's 2019.
Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
You might not think that a few simple words could make you crave McDonald's breakfast sandwiches. But if you listen closely to the sound of me saying,